Now let's see the question answers of the last unit of this chapter. So the first question is, how did the grandmother see the author off at the railway station? The grandmother was not sentimental when she went to see off the author at the railway station. Her hands moved in telling the beats and her lips in silent prayers. This is what we have to write in the first question. Moving to question number 2, how did she receive him when he came back home from abroad? After 5 years, when he came back home, she received him by saying no words and reciting her prayers. She just claps the author in her arms. This is what we have to write in this question. Moving to question number 3, what were her happiest moments on the first day of his arrival? Even on the first day of the writer's arrival, the grandmother's happiest moments were with the sparrows whom she fed longer and with frivolous rebukes. This is what we have to write in this question. Moving to question number 4, how did she celebrate his return in the evening? Does a behavior appear odd to you? So to the first part we'll write, in the evening there was a change in her. She did not pray and collected women of the neighborhood, got an old drum and started to sing. She sang of the homecoming of warriors. And to the second part of the question we'll answer, yes, to some extent her behavior appeared odd to me because this was the first time she didn't pray and there was no moment in which her hand didn't move to tell beats. This is what we have to write in this question. Moving to question number 5, how did she pass away? The next morning, grandmother fell ill with fever. However, she perceived she is going to die. She refused to talk to anyone and continued to pray while lying in the bed. Suddenly, her hand stopped moving and she passed away. This is what we have to write in this question. Moving to question number 6. How did sparrows react when the author's grandmother died? The sparrows sat scattered on the floor and there was no chirruping. The author's mother gave them breadcrumbs, but they took no notice of them and quietly flew away. This is what we have to write in this question. Moving to the last question of this unit. Next morning, the sweeper swept the breadcrumbs into the dustbin. What does this line imply? This is again a subjective question. You have to write according to your own understanding of the chapter. This line implies that there is no use of breadcrumbs now, as the grandmother is no more to feed the sparrows on a daily basis. At the same time, it also implies the emotions that the sparrows had for the grandmother, which is not just linked to a piece of food. This is based on your reflective thinking, based on your understanding of the chapter.